Hello and welcome to yet another episode of A World in a Word with me, Sonie and Mansi Thakkar. Mansi, it's been quite a journey, isn't it? Talking about graphology and sharing insights and so many aspects that have been coming up, isn't it?
Yes, Sonie. So the whole journey till now, that whatever we've discussed or worked on or shared so much with our viewers, the kind of feedback that I've got, the kind of questions actually coming from you, and even the staff here, the crew here, who's been asking certain questions. So it has been so insightful for me as well to understand from the perspective of people who actually want to know exactly what from their life. So it's been really wonderful.
In fact, we have so many questions that viewers are already sharing on our social media handles.
Yeah.
And one viewer has in fact asked a question based on signatures, because we had a couple of episodes on that. We had spoken about how to start a signature, how to end a signature. And very interesting question is about underlines.
Yes, Sony. So we've seen so many people, like majority, half, if you say 50% of the people, when they sign, they love to put that line below their signature. And it has a lot of bearing in importance and understanding about that. So there are different ways where people underline. So one is a normal underline, which we say that when you put your name or a signature, and then you just underline a normal line. As if like you, when you're reading books or stuff and something you find very important, you always underline and keep something which is important or you want to go back to, refer to. So that kind of an underline, if you're putting, that means that you're convinced about certain things. So the underline actually specifies that if you will not do anything unless you're convinced about certain things in life. So this person who underlines is more convinced. They will not do things without understanding. So that actually increases their confidence level in life. So underlining is supposed to be good. It's not that people who don't underline are not confident or something. Their confidence level is seen in other aspects. But when it is underlined, it shows a lot of conviction in the person. But what happens is that people do variety of ways in which they underline. So very common mistake which is done is when you're signing and at the end, instead of going from left to right, that underline goes from right to left. You sign and then the line goes like this. Sometimes it is attached to the last part of the signature or it's separated, but it goes backwards. Now this has a backward effect. You work so hard and then you go backward. That means you're not able to stick to your decision. Something like you go forward and then you take a back step. You're going backwards. Another common things which a lot of viewers will agree or relate to is double line. You have a double line. So what does double line in a normal layman thing? That you want to double sure everything. Now double sure is something which we say is very positive, right? That you're making everything double sure. But just imagine everything in life. You're making it double sure. You're checking everything double. Before leaving the house, you're checking if the lights are off or things are okay. Or when you're making a project, you double check everything. You are making other people also double check their work. It's doubling your work. Over a period of time, it will again lower your confidence level because you are again and again checking it double the time. So double line actually is a little waste of time. You have to be confident enough in the first go itself and be sure, conviction instead of making it double. The third way or variation which I have seen is like a squiggle kind of a thing. Left, right going below the signature. it looks as if the person is like, made a kind of a stage kind of a thing and they're standing there. But just imagine line going left to right to left to right. That means they are not able to stick on their decisions. It takes a long time for them to come to a certain point or make a decision. This also is kind of a waste of your time and energy. It's not that they will not be making the right decision. It's not that they are wrong in their decision. It's just that it's taking them a lot of time to come to a particular decision. Signature is just like, 20 seconds. It says so much about your personality. This shows that so much of time is being wasted in coming to a particular decision. So underlining a signature is very good. It shows your conviction, but how you do it makes a lot of difference. So make sure that you have a straight, simple line which does not shake too much, because too much of wriggle also shakes your confidence. So when you are in that mode, we all are in different moods. Sometimes you have good confidence, sometimes not very good confidence. It shows in the way you underline. So if your line is too long, then sometimes it shakes. So try and make your line very confident, very straight, and it helps you to build your confidence level.
That's really interesting, Mansi. We had a couple of episodes on the beginning of a signature and the ending of a signature. बट अंडरलाइन इतना इम्पोर्टेंस रखता है, ये तो हमको आज सीखने मिला. और उसके लिए आई वुड लाइक टू थैंक आवर व्यूअर्स who have sent such interesting questions. And of course, with that, we have Mansi Thakkar to share her expertise. And we are so very grateful for all of you sharing your views, asking your questions, and for being with us. If you like the content we are sharing, do subscribe and tell your friends about us. And with that, it's thank you. Have a wonderful day from me, Sonie, and Mansi Thakkar, and A World in a Word podcast.